When Chuka Okoro stepped out of Heathrow Airport and into the piercing wind of London, he felt the chill creep beneath his coat and into his bones. This wasn't home. Not yet. Back in Enugu, Nigeria, he had been a respected teacher. Quietly dignified. Steadfast. But years of underpaid labor and watching his mother die in a hospital without electricity broke something in him. It wasn't just poverty, it was the humiliation of helplessness. So he left. Like so many others, he chased the promise of the West. Of dignity. Of opportunity. But London didn't hand him opportunity. It handed him rejection slips, overnight cleaning jobs, and double shifts at corner stores. His voice, his degrees, his decency, none of it seemed to matter. Then came a call. A private agency placement. A wealthy, terminally ill woman in East London needed full-time care. High-paying. Live-in. Immediate start. Desperate and weary, Chuka said yes. He didn't know he was walking into a house where love and crime lived under the same roof. Underscore 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 underscore. The manner was quiet, dignified, but something about it felt watchful. The air smelled like old books, jasmine, and secrets. Evelyn Stone sat in her armchair like a queen on a crumbling throne, pale, frail, and locked in battle with Parkinson's. But her eyes still gleamed with authority. She didn't speak often. But when she did, it was with conviction. Chuka treated her with care that went beyond duty, tucking her blankets like he once did for his mother, feeding her with reverence. He never rushed, never raised his voice. And in time, Evelyn responded. She began to call him my son. Then one night, the front door swung open with the wind, and in walked Marcus Stone, Evelyn's only son. He was tall. Sharp suit. Sharper eyes. Men followed behind him like trained shadows. His voice was low and confident. "You must be Chuka." "Yes, sir." "Don't call me sir. Not in this house. Not if you're family." It was the first time Marcus said that word. It wouldn't be the last. Underscore 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 underscore. Chuka tried not to ask questions. But they bubbled beneath the surface. The bruised faces. The thick envelopes exchanged in the garage. The names that came and went like phantoms. Marcus ran something. Illegal. Dangerous. But to his mother, he was a son, devoted and gentle. He'd bring flowers. Rub her hands. Kiss her forehead. And to Chuka, he was oddly generous. A raise without request. A brand new coat just because. Respect. Recognition. "You're not a caregiver," Marcus once said. "You're a part of this house. Of us." Chuka didn't want to believe it. But slowly, it started to feel true. Evelyn, Marcus, the household, it all felt like a strange, damaged but warm version of family. And for a man who had no one else in this cold city, that meant everything. Underscore 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 underscore. It was late. Nearly 2 a.m. Evelyn was finally asleep after a long, shaking episode. Chuka stepped into the garden, craving air. That's when he heard the murmurs. He crept toward the edge of the hedges and saw them, Marcus. 2 of his men. and another man on his knees, face bloodied, arms tied. Daniel. A newcomer. Polite. Young. Too clean-cut to be one of Marcus's people. Then Chuka understood. An undercover cop. You lied to me, Marcus said. I didn't want to, Daniel begged. They made me. They threatened my sister. We all have someone we're trying to protect, Marcus muttered. Bang. The shot echoed like thunder across the garden. Daniel slumped, lifeless. Chuka didn't scream. He just stepped back into the house, heartbeat like a drum, eyes wide with something between horror and duty. Underscore 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 underscore. He didn't say a word. Not that night. Not the next day. But Evelyn noticed. You were in the garden, she said quietly. Yes. You saw what happened. Yes. She looked at him, her voice trembling like her hands. You stayed. Yes. Even after what you saw. Because I wasn't just seeing a crime. I was seeing a man protect his family. You understand now, she whispered. You understand what it means to love someone so deeply, you'd do anything. Underscore 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 underscore. The police came knocking. A plainclothes detective. Tired eyes. A file on Chuka thick with everything he'd seen, but hadn't said. We know Marcus did it. We just need one witness. That's you. And if I say no? You'll be protecting a murderer. And if I say yes? You'll get a new life. Witness protection. Legal status. A way out. Chuka looked past the man, out the window, toward the house. The kitchen where Evelyn used to hum. The hallway where Marcus once fixed his broken phone. The garden, where truths were buried. He took a long breath and replied. I didn't see anything. The detective stared in disbelief. You're throwing away your freedom for him? No, Chuka said. I'm choosing it. This house, this family, gave me more than any paper ever did. The detective left without a word. The headlines faded. The case collapsed. The silence won. Underscore 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 underscore. They never found the body. The garden was replanted. Roses grew where blood once soaked into the soil. Neighbors looked the other way. In East London, some questions are better left unasked. Evelyn passed away a month later, peacefully in her sleep. The night before, she looked at Chuka with fading eyes and whispered. You stayed. Even when it got ugly. Because family stays, Chuka whispered back. Then you're mine. At the funeral, the rain fell in sheets. Marcus wore black. No tears, but when he embraced Chuka after the burial, he held him too long. You had every reason to turn on me. I didn't do it for you, Chuka said. I did it for her. For what she built. Then your blood. Underscore 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 underscore. Chuka never returned to the agency. Instead, He opened a discreet private care company, no website, no signs, no questions. Clients found him through whispers, through power circles, through fear. They say Marcus backed him. Others say he earned his respect the hard way. But only a few know the truth. That behind Chuka's calm smile is a man who once watched a murder, stood in the fire, and chose family over freedom. Because some oaths aren't spoken. They're written in silence. Forged in loyalty. Sealed in blood. And when the world demands betrayal, family always comes first.